We will talk about a device that has recently taken its place in kitchens, the air fryer. Are air fryers healthy? This question is often asked of me. Believe me, finding the answer to this question was not easy, because the working mechanism of air fryers, the containers inside, the metal surfaces used, and their effects on food made the situation quite complex. Before presenting to you in this video, I studied air fryers seriously. I will list the useful and harmful aspects of how air fryers work one by one for you. In this video, there will be no unanswered questions about the air fryer. Please show this video to everyone who is curious about the answer to this question. All your questions will be answered in this video. The mechanism of the air fryer, which is presented as a healthy alternative to frying our favorite foods, is a bit different. By passing hot air through the hot air channels in its structure, the food inside is exposed to the Maillard reaction, resulting in that crispy and crunchy texture and a sweet taste. This is why I am saying this. With the hot air circulating inside, the sugars and amino acids in the food react quickly with the heat, creating a flavor. And this crispy taste and caramel-like flavor, when we take a bite, makes air fryers a great food cooker for us. So, is it healthy with an air fryer? There are advantages and disadvantages to the air fryer. I want to talk about the advantages first. Firstly, studies have shown that foods cooked with an air fryer contain much less oil compared to regular frying, and the toxicity of this oil is much lower. Because with frying, we are talking about oil that quickly reaches a high temperature, but with an air fryer, we are referring to oil that reaches a slightly lower high temperature, or gradually. And the amounts of oil used are very different. For deep frying, you use about 750 milliliters of oil, for example, when frying potatoes. You can perform the same heating process and cooking process in an air fryer with just 10-15 milliliters of oil. So, we can say that it significantly reduces the amount of oil used. At least, can say that you are exposed to less saturated fats and toxic oils. Of course, by consuming less fried oil, you also reduce your calorie intake. For example, French fries, produced by frying in regular oil, contain a significant amount of acrylamide, and asparagine quickly reacts to form acrylamide, which is a toxic and chemical material. Acrylamide also increases the risk of cancer and cardiovascular diseases. When comparing foods cooked by deep frying with those cooked using an air fryer, it has been observed that much less acrylamide is formed with the air fryer, and this rate decreases by almost 90%. So, when you consume a regular fry, by opting for air-fried food, you can significantly reduce your fat intake, calorie count, and acrylamide levels. These three factors make air fryers a seriously healthy alternative. So, does the air fryer have any disadvantages for us? Studies show the following. Slow-cooked food is always safer than fast-cooked food. I say this for a reason. Boiled food is always healthier than baked food. The oven is always healthier than fried food. The air fryer sits between baking and frying with a slightly faster heating process. So, there is still acrylamide present in the cooking method with an air fryer. Why am I saying this? Pot-cooked meals are always the healthiest meals. Meals cooked in a pot are the healthiest for us. But when we use an air fryer instead of a pot, we are partially exposed to acrylamide. So, the air fryer can be considered a much healthier alternative compared to normal frying. But it is not completely innocent. Especially, I want you to know this. They provide faster heating than a normal oven with an air fryer, but they cook food for a longer time than frying. A food that cooks in 7 to 8 minutes with normal frying takes about 20 minutes with an air fryer. So, the increase in cooking time makes it a healthier alternative. What makes the air fryer appealing to us is that it doesn't require a large oven and cooks food in a relatively shorter time. But the cooking time being a bit shorter than normal baking and a bit longer than frying does not make it completely healthy. Look, it is a healthy alternative with an air fryer. For example, a potato fry or a piece of meat can be used compared to normal frying. If you want to stay away from the toxins that come from frying, you can use an air fryer. But it can never be as healthy as a pot meal. You can think of it as slightly less healthy than baking because the cooking time is is a bit shorter than baking. The likelihood of acrylamide formation is still high, even if it has decreased by 90%. Will I be able to prepare a nice alternative meal by frying my food with an air fryer? Absolutely yes, but will never produce a meal as healthy as a pot meal. Well, I will use an air fryer, but how can I reduce the risks associated with it? We'll mention two things here. First of all, the temperature. We do not recommend temperatures above 175 degrees. So if you are going to use an air fryer, I suggest not exceeding at least 175 degrees. As you go above 200 degrees, you will experience a significant loss of nutrients. As I always say, high temperatures are worse for us than low temperatures. Slow cooking is better than fast cooking. Therefore, try to avoid temperatures above 175 degrees in the air fryer. If necessary, let the cooking time be a little longer. If needed, let it cook a bit more slowly, but as long as it cooks. As long as the acrylamide level remains lower. That's why we do not recommend exceeding 175 degrees. For example, instead of roasting your nuts at very high temperatures, you can roast them at 130 degrees. A nut roasted at 130 degrees, that is, at a lower temperature, will have a much lower risk of nutrient loss. But if you roast a hazelnut twice, meaning if you consume a double roasted hazelnut, please do not expect any benefits from it. It will have lost most of the beneficial bioactive changes in its structure. Again, for vegetables, please do not prefer high temperatures. See, the point I always want to try is temperature. High temperature. Exposure for a long time brings risks. Please try not to prefer temperatures of 130, 140 degrees for vegetables. Cooking vegetables quickly will reduce their benefits. Another topic regarding the air fryer is the oils used. For example, the smoke point of butter is lower. You can use it. But when using butter in the air fryer, you should not exceed 170 degrees. Because the smoke point of butter is between 170 and 180 degrees. And above this temperature, butter starts to smoke and become toxic. This is why we do not want butter to be cooked above 170 to 180 degrees. For olive oil, higher temperature values can be observed. Its smoke point is above 200 degrees, and we can say it is a reliable oil for the air fryer. But we do not recommend other vegetable oils such as sunflower oil, canola oil, and corn oil. These are not beneficial oils for us. If you are going to use butter, try not to exceed 170 degrees. Another topic regarding the air fryer is the Teflon coating in its structure. Please check the contents if you are going to buy an air fryer. If there is a Teflon coating, we do not like Teflon, because as those Teflons are used, the harmful compounds inside start to transfer to the food and can increase cancer risk. We do not like Teflon pans. Do not like granite pans. These are completely coated pans, and with use, the harmful compounds inside can transfer to the food and can be harmful to us. If your home fryer has a TF11 surface, please do not place your food directly on it. Use a second container. This way you will prevent exposure to the TF11 surface. And finally, please try not to use aluminum foils, because aluminum foils can transfer harmful aluminum to the food when in contact at high temperatures and can cause toxic reactions. We generally do not recommend aluminum foils. Look, there is no direct study that states what the use of aluminum foil causes. But high levels of aluminum exposure can increase cancer risk. We do not like aluminum containers and aluminum surfaces as much as possible. We want to avoid aluminum in cooking methods as much as we can. I believe I have answered all questions regarding the air fryer in this video. Advantages, disadvantages, situations where it can be used, situations where it should not be used. Say, it is not a healthy alternative to the ovens in your kitchen. It is not more reliable than your ovens, but it is much more reliable than frying. So, if your child cannot stop eating French fries at home, you definitely need to consume something baked at home. But if you need a shorter time, then you can use the air fryer. However, the air fryer never replaces pot-cooked meals. Please make it a habit to cook pot meals in the kitchen. If there are no unanswered questions about the air fryer, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Goodbye.